up, CATRP crew? There's a lot to do. We need to get right to it. Alpal, the business, has been very busy, and we have something to open up right here, but we have a lot of games as usual. We're going to go through and do some business talk today.
Yeah, we have a lot of games that Matt is always listing. And tomorrow is our listing day. For those of you who don't know, Friday is like our huge, we always try to get as much out as we can. On Fridays, Monday through Thursday, we prep as much as we can, get it all ready to be sent out on Fridays. Matt is always listing throughout the week.
Every day is listing day when you're me.
When you're Matt. But when you're everyone else, you're not.
You don't do
All right.
Yeah, so we'll talk logistics.
We'll talk about that. But first, this is a little spicy thing that we normally say the spicy things are last. But we're going to start with something spicy.
Ooh.
And I don't think Sky Guy knows what's in this
I
box.
have no idea. I've been staring at it for a while, though. Oh, wow. Okay, right out the gate.
Right out the gate. Yep. I told you something spicy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jet Li. How we paid for this collection was he taught me karate over the phone. It worked amazingly.
Jet Li's dead.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
How'd you prove it?
His son.
He can't prove it.
Yeah.
Put it in the chats. He can't prove
Alpal's been saying prove it for pretty much everything recently. It's his new thing, so just gaslight him in the comments, please.
it. It's funny because most things you can't prove, right? So
I don't know, prove it.
shoot. See? But yeah, so those are cool. I don't know. Wow. I don't know. Does Chase have those? I think he does.
He has them complete in box. But what are these?
These are, I don't know, Chase, I'm pretty certain he doesn't have this one. This, okay. There we go.
Oh.
I don't know all that Chase has or wants, I guess. The Japanese style is so much easier to get the console in and out because
Yeah, because it's just something like that. They didn't have a full box. That's in good shape.
good shape. So I think we've seen that one before.
Yeah, I forget. Let us know if you know how they came sealed. Like, was it just tape
That's
on
true,
either end,
yeah,
or
I
was
didn't-
it
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Haven't we seen a new one?
maybe? But I don't remember.
I don't
This
know if I've
one's cool.
seen this one before.
We
Like,
might have that one upstairs. We'll have to do a little
Yeah.
walk upstairs. Wow.
Chase
Does that look like a reshell? That looks too good.
it does, but huh?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It could just be clean.
Seems to be clean. And then you got the gold one.
Nice. That's the only like U.S.
yeah.
complete one that Chase doesn't have.
This one's
Wow.
nice again. Yeah, we'll have to check and see what Chase.
Let's go upstairs real quick and get a state of the union.
Move, Skylar,
Oh,
we're busy.
hurry up.
Jeez.
Sorry guys, I was just Alex's butt the whole time. He has this one. He doesn't have the gold one. We could probably add it if he's gonna keep these ones, right?
It would make sense. I think he's not gonna be mad.
That's really
I don't
clean.
know
This
where
one
we're
will
gonna
probably
put
be
it.
an upgrade. Oh, there's room. Like this one is. Those
Okay.
can all. It's actually pretty clean in here.
Yeah, the podcast table disappeared.
Yeah, we're gonna go mobile with that setup soon. But up here is a mess. Would you guys like to see our cable management? It's bad right now. I'm not pointing fingers at you, Alpal, or myself, but in general, we can have the tendency just to plug things in and then just leave them. It used to look really nice, but that stuff just got moved around.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you
I'll
gotta have the
go
right
through it
cable
again.
management because Chase had cable management in his desk, and then when you wanted to get to a cable, you couldn't. It was impossible.
Yeah. So
So
there's good cable management, and there's I can never touch.
there's
this again
lock it in cable management. Yeah.
Hey, we got that. I think that video's out.
So does this mean we're gonna sell this one?
I do think we're gonna sell this one. So this is a US version, just in iffy shape. I kind of want to just keep it and display it next to it, kind of like we have with this. But
I mean, isn't this one
I think
just
that
from the
one is
box?
from that, but I don't know. Anyways, so for business, we have been a little bit disorganized, and I think we should talk a little bit about our organization methods and how we stay organized, because every Monday we take time to clean and somewhat organize, but up here it's a little bit different because some stuff that just doesn't get sold stays up here. So you and I used to do kind of a weekly clean from all of our upstairs stuff. I think we should get back into that and then maybe teach Nolan how to do that and just keep the ball in his court. Because, I mean, we'll never sell stuff in that box in the next month, or that, or that.
Well, is that the solve, or is the solve just the next show has to have that stuff included.
Yeah, that's the talk. I don't know. So, for instance, for eBay, if you guys are listing on eBay and you have a bunch of stuff that's just sitting and taking up space, kind of like your death pile, you need to figure out what is the highest dollar stuff to send off first, probably. But there's a point where you can do that so much to where space then becomes an issue. And I think for us, having the giant storage wall be full of stuff, and then we have this, there's an issue.
Sometimes
So
space hurts you because it gives you an out.
Oh yeah, we've seen some big businesses where they'll have a room like this, but they might have 10 times the space, but this will just be full of junk. So systems and processes for organizing. Let's kind of show maybe an update on what we've done and what we've changed, because it's still something that we're not perfect at, and it's something that is always going to change with your business over time. The deer cam is also over. We have eagle
For the
cam.
season, it'll come back.
Yeah, we have eagle cam now. Those are a bunch of baby bald eagles.
Yeah, Mama left to get some food.
Yeah.
The store, like a lot of people probably know about this because it was a big story, but one of the 3 went missing, and
One of the 3 went missing, I guess. That's
it's a big news story. It's all
Big.
over the internet.
Wow.
okay. That's
This
big
dates
sad.
our video.
That's sad. So for organization in general, we say you should have an inventory management system for stuff like eBay. So over here, our eBay section has gotten on the smaller end, where it's just a lot of random stuff now, but
Almost none of that you're showing is eBay.
perfect. Well,
Our eBay, it's not worth having a storage system because these 3 shelves have stuff listed and that's it. So it's not worth having a system for that little amount.
but you need a storage system if you are, and we have
If you
changed
are, we
our
did.
systems
We used
and
to
our
have one
organization for other stuff. So now it's kind of like for Whatnot and Amazon. We've added more Amazon shelves. We've moved where certain stuff is to be closer to the shipping station over here.
But yeah, the one we just did a few days ago this is now our singles shelf. So if you've heard in our videos, duplicates are our main focus on Amazon because it's just so much more efficient to list 30 games than it is 1 game at a time, or 30 games 1 SKU than 30 different SKUs. So anything that we think is most likely not going to be a duplicate, or if it's just non-buy list.
Like, we're not really getting in tons of ukuleles.
Yeah.
Or like Titanfall 2, popular game, but we just don't get them.
We
in
don't.
very
Yeah, it's
often.
not on our buy list, and it's not a perfect system. We're gonna put stuff over here that does have a duplicate, but anything that's gonna have like mass duplicates, we're gonna know we're not gonna put over here. We might accidentally slip through the cracks on some, but it just adds more space for the stuff that it is efficient, and then we can just double deep this. We don't care about it. Matt can grab it as he's gonna list singles.
Because so Matt will list singles throughout the week, and I think that's been good, because even if we don't get to all of them, there's a chance it could be a duplicate the following week.
Right.
And so it's not the end of the world. I think what we've done, and I think we still like it, Matt, maybe I'll get your thoughts on this too, is if it has, like, is it four or more duplicates, we're going to prioritize that first, or is it 3?
We've been doing 4 or more, but Amazon now wants you to send off 5 or more at a time because it lowers placement fees. So we might want to start doing that so that we have lower placement fees.
I mean, that's an added benefit to that. That wasn't even the reason why we were doing it.
That must be really new.
The reason we were doing it is because
It's like last week, I think.
Okay.
we realized, like, if we shipped off 2 games and next week we got 3 more, just like we just lost that efficiency. Obviously, we're not going to wait to stack up 100.
Yeah, there's a healthy way and
There
a
is,
non-healthy
yeah.
way. So, for instance, down here, we have a bunch of Wii games that, these are like some singles that will likely pair. I mean, that just needs to go with its duplicate. But we have 2 of these. We're going to prioritize this kind of stuff over these first. So it's easier for us to store like those, 4 games or those 2 games of that kind than it is for us to store 2.
Those 20 games.
Yeah. So we're just trying to get out as much as possible.
Yes, we're
And
always trying to get as much
that's
as
where
possible.
the
So
duplicates makes a lot of sense. And I think even for eBay, if you guys find yourselves sourcing a lot online and you're buying the same titles, or you might just have a ton of the same titles in your inventory, do bulk listing.
quantity,
like that.
quantity listings. I mean, if anytime you can.
It's always been the way to do it. With condition, it can be tough but that's why you should use our channel sponsor XYAB to do case replacements and all that kind of repairs that might be necessary. And I believe this is brand new. You can use our new code that I'm going to put on screen. You can get $50 off an order of $500 or more for all returning buyers. So tons of you consistently use XYAB. We use them every single week, but now it's not just for first-time buyers. If you're a returning buyer, you can get $50 off an order of $500 or more.
That's 10%.
That's 10%.
It's 10%.
And it adds up, especially if you're buying hundreds and hundreds of cases like us. But another thing, if this sale goes well, maybe, just maybe, we can get an even better sale or better coupon for you guys in the coming months. We just repartnered with XYAB. Super excited, going to meet their guys in about a week again to say hi and hopefully get some new products. There's a fly. We need to kill that. Okay.
Yeah, get the salt gun. Speaking of efficiency, if you want a very inefficient but fun way to kill flies,
Salt gun.
I would say
Salt
that's
gun.
the most efficient way to kill a fly.
Yeah.
it's
It's a lot of fun to
get salt
hit your
rained on
friends.
you. Yep.
And we've also changed how we organize discs and manage all of that on the cleaning side on the front end. So can you walk me through the new process?
Yeah.
This is newer to me, but it looks like you guys did this last
Yeah,
week.
so
we have a ton of spindles now, just all ready.
Before explaining it, this process now makes it so you touch the disc one less time.
And this is going to get involved with case swaps and stuff in a
Correct.
second. So
This
is
is-
a pretty important thing.
It is a very important thing. So we have these 3 spools here of light, deep, Blu-ray, and these are all good to go. Like, we think the case is good enough to where we can pass it and send it off that way. And these we have categorized by light and deep and Xbox, Wii, PS2. We have Xbox OG and PS1 as one thing because we just don't get enough of them. But then we have PS3, PS4, Xbox One. So what happens is when we get a full stack, when these get cleaned, we no longer have to put the disc back in the case and then take it over to the case swap shelf and then swap them. We can take the clean discs over there at the same time and directly swap them, so you're not having to touch the disc in extra time. So that's going to save a lot of time.
Yeah, so like for this one, these are now all PS2.
Right.
This is red, which means they all need a case swap. Nolan can grab this whole stack, bring it over,
And swap it.
All he has to do is put it in a new case and then swap the manual cover art
Yes.
in there.
Because before, like, you'd get a stack like this, and it would be even more systems. Someone would look at the discs, put them back all in the cases, and then sort them over on the other end to be swapped.
Yeah, we're trying to do more front end work.
We're limiting-
so there's less judgment calls along the way. If you're a single operation, where this is important, I think, is you don't want to have to make a judgment call 2 or 3 times between 2 or 3 different people.
Right.
So that's where we're trying to eliminate that. Nolan, I think, has gotten down case swaps pretty darn well.
So when I first started working here, I tried to make it as fast as possible to, minimize time while, case swapping. So at first, I started like an idea where, like, okay, what if we just do a batch case swap? So I just had this as a little example. But now with the new style where we have the disc already separated from the case, I pretty much have the discs right here. Have a new case from XYB. Take out the manual cover art.
No pressure.
No pressure. No. And then, put the disc in. So I don't have to take the disc out. Like, I have these games right here.
Yeah,
I have
and
to
then through this
take out
process, Nolan's now been able to know what might need another cleaning. So sometimes we might put stuff on a light clean, but then it ends up needing a deep clean anyways. We try and minimize that just by erring on the side of caution and running something on a deep clean.
It is good that at least one other person is looking at the cases and the discs, because there's always stuff that's missed on this end. Like, there was a big scratch that I didn't see in the light, or there was, one side of the case was broken and I didn't happen to see that.
Yeah.
So it's good that there's at least one more person that's looking through the games first.
Yeah.
We have here could catch it, over here that can catch it, and then
Yeah, like
on
there
the
might be
back
times
end
where
there.
we're bagging games and I notice that this one's cracked on the bottom. I'm not going to bag it. I'm going to throw it over to Nolan to
And
do a
then
quick swap.
I check it again when I'm
Listing.
actually listing.
And
So
it's
like,
not like intense checking.
No,
it's more like, oh, this case is just cracked. I noticed it.
so like we just naturally will catch stuff because a game gets handled a lot before it gets out the door.
That's refurbishment, baby.
We got through the last submission of the week. And now we have to put it all away. It feels like an inefficient process because these stacks are just going to stay because we're going to let them build up before we put them over there to be cleaned.
Like maybe if we really need stuff to clean, we'll do this one.
Yeah, but our focus tomorrow is really selling, so if those sit, it's not a big deal. But this whole table is good to go, meaning it doesn't need to be case swapped or disc cleaned. It's all good to go, and it all needs to go over on the shelf, which the shelf is probably the craziest it's ever been as far as
it's close.
The amount of games.
The day.
Considering we have the back shelf too.
Yeah, because I don't think
that's true. We didn't have the back shelf when Chase was gone.
Two back shelves. We sort it by console now. We didn't even do that. We used to just stack all good to go games.
Oh my gosh.
In a stack.
That was so dumb.
And then we decided to sort it by game type. So it just makes it easier to go through.
Fun fact, sorting on front end is usually better for the back end.
Yeah, if there's any other way that we could sort more on the front end, like even duplicate minded, I don't know what that would be, but if you guys could think of something, let us know. Because this process, especially like it does take a good bit of time to come over here and find all the duplicates.
We have so many duplicates currently. We have like some titles in front of the other, and that can make it a little tougher. Sometimes we'll have mini stacks like My Sims Kingdom here, but there could be like 5 more like somewhere over there. Try not to stack like titles in the front if we're going to be blocking all of it behind.
Right, like ideally, like we know that this is all back here is all Super Mario Galaxy 2. We would just need more shelving space, but we're making do with what we have. We can't make every single shelf we have on here Amazon at the moment.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Hey, we've made progress.
We've made progress.
We have made progress.
We have made progress.
That's like 500 manuals right there.
Is it only 500?
I don't know. That was my low ball.
Which that's a lot.
Yeah.
But it just shows how many are on this shelf.
Yeah.
I would say this whole, just the top half of the shelf is more expensive than all of this combined.
Yeah. And it might just be ended up going like sell the PS2, the GBA, the GameCube, NES, and all that.
I do think
and
we
then
should
Xbox,
target one console first if we're going to auction stuff off. That way we can actually free up the shelf and not slowly pick away at each of them. That way shelves can be actually utilized quicker. Owen, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I think we did a PS2 show the other day, and Chase did one and then I did one. Manual show. First one went great, but I think Whatnot is going to be the best route. And really the only route.
And if you guys are interested, we have value boxes and like lots of these to be sold. Like we'll just pull random ones. Like we're finding random Def Jam Fight for New Yorks that just could be in there. But those are all for sale on
We
Whatnot.
price them in a way like that.
You can make money.
You can make money.
Please don't request for specific manuals. It would lose the company a lot of money and like opportunity costs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like calling McDonald's HQ and
like,
saying, hey, can you make me this special burger, please?
Yeah. Unless it's like, do you have Wii Sports Resort? And it's like, yeah, but please still don't do that.
Yeah.
I think then doing a private deal
because they're priced not just so you can make money, like you will make money.
You will make money
if you sell them, especially if you just want to like find stuff to pair.
Even if you come across like normal price stuff like Star Wars Force Unleashed, like we priced it in a way like that's the type of manual you're getting, not expensive ones. So you could get Wii Fit board
it's all
manuals.
assuming you're getting like quote unquote the
lower end
of
of
the bunch.
stuff. So,
but all of it's like medium.
But yeah, eventually these shelves will be gone. So that'll be nice. We did clear. We didn't talk about that.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't here, but they sold most of these console boxes. We probably had, we had like 10 times that many
We also
up
didn't
here.
stack them efficiently.
No, we were pretty dumb with how we stacked them.
Yes, but this is about to be full with replacement cases. We have had an issue in this business with always having to hold out on games because we don't have the cases for them, because the source we get them from, XYB, like so many people want their cases, it's just like it's hard to keep up with them. But we ordered a huge amount of them.
And even other sources can't stay in stock.
No, other sources, like we've looked everywhere, like XYB does a good job as anyone keeping them in stock, but now we're going to have thousands upon thousands up here, and now we have the room for them.
and you guys are competing with us trying to buy up all the cases, so stop it. Just kidding. Use our coupon.
Yeah.
Get yourself some cases. All right, and now we're looking at the shelf right here. This is one that we've come back to. We've wanted to double deep both of these shelves. Should we now? Should we double deep this one? I think we can get rid of, I say get rid of. I think we can find a better home for all of these. This is a lot of good real estate taken up these are just manuals that we can pair with stuff that we're sending out all the time, or we can sell them.
There we go.
We Fit Plus, when we were sending out We Fit boards, this is a game that's paired with them. Do we buy We Fit boards again? They go good on Amazon.
I think we should put them on our buy list.
What should we pay for We Fit boards, and what's a price that you guys would send them to us? They're heavy. I don't know. We're not sure on that.
Shipping
but I
costs
guess
would be a lot.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Anyways, we'll probably just, I don't know what to do with those. I think we might be able to sell those, or we can use them as party favors and give them out to people. Oh, this one's sealed. We should probably just sell that. There's a lot of stuff right here that we can probably organize and get a full shelf. Let us know what you think we should do with that shelf. We have Whatnot here, Amazon here,
Nolan here.
Nolan right there.
And that's about it. See ya.